Hey gents, today I want to talk about my collection of shoes and specifically my shoes from Beckett Simonon. It's always my goal on the channel to highlight small brands that are doing great stuff, and it's been some time since I did a Beckett Simonon video, but I realized that it's been over 5 years since I've worn them, and specifically I've had this pair of shoes from Beckett Simonon for 5 years from their Goodyear Welted collection. They've got the miles on them to prove it, and I just want to do, I've got some shoes that I don't think you've even seen, so this is not a sponsored video or anything. I just think it'd be cool to go through my Beckett Simonon collection and talk about them as a brand because I think they are one of the small ones that are absolutely killing it. The easiest place to start is the first ones from their Goodyear Welted line, 2013. These have all of the wear and tear of 5 years of shoes, but easily can get 5 more. Plus, these are timeless style black Oxfords. Everybody should have a pair in their collection, but the leather has aged really beautifully. The leather sole is looking still very strong. I actually resold one of my pairs that I wear a lot more, and we'll talk about that one in a minute. But these were the shoes that turned me on to the brand. They're as comfortable today as they've ever been. They continue to get more comfortable with that cork sole and just a fantastic execution of a shoe. So first we'll talk about Beckett Simonon as the company, and then we'll go through the timeline of all my shoes. Beckett Simonon really are some of the earliest movers in this cut out the middleman space of offering premium quality products at low prices. They first came onto my radar in 2012 with this email, and that's back when I was searching for high quality shoes on a budget because it was my first entry level job at a business casual environment. Their model has evolved over the past few years, but today they have a list of styles that are always available, but then they also have campaigns where you can buy into a product at a very low price, lock in that price, and then you get it delivered later on. For example, I got 2 pairs of shoes for my brother for his birthday. I ordered those in the February campaign. They were delivered in May. Their shoes are mostly Blake stitched. They have done a Goodyear Welted line like these ones here. They're made in ethical factories of very high quality materials, and a lot of them are hand done and hand finished. From the dress shoes to the boots to the sneakers, they actually make the Reed sneaker, which is very much a common project, but at a third of the price. And the biggest thing for me is I've recommended them for many years, and I've never had anybody come back and say they had a bad experience. Everybody that I've recommended this to has come back and said they loved the product they got, they were big fans, and then like me, they started to build out their collection from there. And that's the most important to me. The trust that I have with my audience and you is the most important thing to me, more than anything else, and that's why I continue to recommend them, because I keep getting that good feedback. Let's switch to a new view and then I'll go through my collection. So this is the collection. I am a Beckett Simonon fan. They started out with the black ones, became a huge fan, fell in love with the brand, and then I got these two next. So I started off with the staple, and then I went to these 2 pairs, the brown wingtips and the burnished tan. This is the Durant. This is the pair of shoes that I did get resold because this is the #1 most worn shoe in my collection. I can wear them with anything. I can wear them with jeans, with slacks. I can wear them to meet. I can wear them constantly, and I do, and they have the wear and tear to show. The leather on these definitely shows their age more than the rest of the collection, and that's purely because out of every other shoe, these ones have seen the most rain, the most wear, but they still look really good, and I get compliments on these because they look like they've been road worn, and I do like that about them. And Beckett Simonon's sizing is right in line with my other dress shoes, so it's either a European 45 or a US 12. These brown wingtips aren't as versatile as the black or the burnished tan, but I do like having a nice brogue in the collection, and this one does look good with jeans, but they have a more formal feel to them than something casual like the burnished tan. Then I moved to the loafers. I like those loafers a lot. I end up wearing them in the summer with chinos, and they just look really good. I've never put a penny in there, but I like the loafers a lot. These Oxfords I did unbox on the channel. I like that they have the broguing detail, but not on the toe cap, and these probably have the second most wear in my collection. You can see that in the leather sole. Definitely have the mileage in there. And then the Beckett, I don't think they really talk about these much, but they did a run of made in the USA shoe trees, and they were extremely well priced. Great cedar smell to them. And if they're still available on the site, I think I bought whatever the biggest pack was. Those are a great deal. I would check those out. Then I have my hole cuts here. This expanded into another part of the collection that I never really had hole cuts, but I really like them. They are kind of rare of a shoe. Not every company will make them, but companies who make them really well, and Beckett Simonon was one of them. So these were handcrafted in Portugal under ethical and fair working conditions, and these have made it a staple in my collection. The chukkas I did on the channel, the chukkas have a rubber sole, super sturdy built, and they look as good today as they did when they came out of the box. So I'm a really big fan of the chukkas. And then the loafer, in 2014 I did pick up their Weekender, which I like a lot. This has seen quite a few trips on its own. You can see some of the denim, the indigo on here. And so I don't think they offer this exact Weekender anymore, but I really like this Weekender. I love the detail on the inside, the strap, everything. And this is just another solid example of how good Beckett Simonon is at offering quality and value, because I bought this when I was on a shoestring budget pre-wedding, because I took this, used that on our honeymoon in 2014, and then I've used it on a number of trips since. And then the last pair are my loafers. Those were from the most recent campaign. I ordered those back in, I think, February for May delivery, and right next to my Jay Butler loafers. Those things are on my feet probably the second most of any of the shoes in my collection, and I've really enjoyed the horsebit loafers this summer as a cool, unique way to switch it up. So I like the penny loafer; those are nice, but that's a whole different aesthetic, and I love the way that those are built as well. They have really nice leather, they have really comfortable and really slim profile. Just really into those. On top of that, you'll get dust bags for your shoes. I use those for traveling, and I've even gotten shoe horns and that kind of stuff. So. Longtime Beckett Simonon fan of the brand, great experience, great prices, great quality. These are some of the best shoes I believe you can get in this price point. You can buy nicer shoes, but you're going to pay a lot more for them. I think Paul Evans makes some incredible shoes. I think Allen Edmonds makes some incredible shoes, but their price points are much higher. I think for what you're getting here, Beckett Simonon is really tough to beat, but I'm open to exploring the rest of the brands, which is what I'm trying to do on the channel. And so I appreciate you following along as I work my way through all of the brands that are out there. And I'm always open to more suggestions and your feedback. So I'm actually working on a series where I talk about shoe care with a local expert and that sort of thing. And so I don't know, pretty into it. So let me know what you think about Beckett Simonon. If you have good experiences, bad experiences, love to hear from all you down there into the collective wisdom of the menswear space. And if you want me to do more collection stuff like this, I mean, there's quite a few brands I'd be able to go through this history on and talk about if you are curious. So until next time, gents, this is the Kavalier.